This is Roger with Crosscut in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2022 Toyota Tacoma. It is an SR5 trim package. It's a double cab. It's a 3.5 liter V6, two-wheel drive. Has a very low miles, 17,950. It was a theft recovery, purchased from Geico Insurance, and it is on a salvage title due to theft, which is crazy. Why do you think your premiums are so high? Because they salvage titles on vehicles like that, which is just retarded. So they just pass that on down to the premiums every month, and when your premium goes up, you know, $7 a month, this is why. Anyway, this is exactly how it showed up to us, like they always do, and it's what you would expect an 18,000 mile Tacoma to look like and drive like and feel like, everything. Anyway, my job in these videos is to point out what's wrong. There's a few pretty minor scratches. Other than that, it's great. These tires are very high rubber. Probably someone just did tires before it got stolen, because it just looks like that. At 18,000, they wouldn't be that high a tread, so someone just invested a little bit of their money right before it got stolen. And I'm sure they were reimbursed by the insurance company because they asked for receipts, and that's what happens. Let's see. I'm looking for what I saw. I'm trying to remember what I saw. There's something. Oh yeah, there's like a little owie here, like just a little one. You can see that rub. My detail shop doesn't go crazy. Our details are $180, and you know, a real detail on a retail basis is about $500. So that might buff out and maybe a little touch up, I don't know. But I think there's also a little scratch on the driver fender. In fact, I'm sure of that one on the driver fender, which I will point out a little bit more in just a second. Like I said, my job in these videos is to make sure that you know what you're buying and that there's no doubts, okay? But I do know that I would like to be the personal owner of this truck. You see, oh, there it is right here. It's really light. I can't really even feel it with my nail, but it's like right here. So that would probably buff out also. Anyway, my job in these videos is to make sure, locked, unlocked, okay? Is to make sure that you get what you're paying for, at least, if not more. And my job really is to throw these things under the bus. Make them as negative a video as possible, so that when you get it, you're like, well, it wasn't that bad. And in this case, it's pretty good. 17,964 is the actual real mileage on it as we sit here, okay? Before we go into the hood and walk around again, Manheim Market Report. This is what we dealers pay at live auction for a vehicle. We put in the VIN right here, comes up with a base of 35.1, and then you put in the miles. They say it's a $230 hit for the miles, and it goes to an adjusted MMR of 34.9 is wholesale. 36.9 is what they'll put on their property for at retail. Now, because of the title, you're going to save quite a bit of money on that number. That's the advantage, okay? To buying this car. Let's see, let's do the seat. There's your power seat forward and back, front up, front down, rear up, rear down, then the seat back forward and back. When they stole it, they took the VIN off the dash, and now this is from the cops. That is what the VIN looks like now. It's the factory VIN, and that's handled, okay? Window, 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 out, in, up, and down, out, in, up, down. Let's see, we also have tilt wheel. See that? All right. Windshield wipers. Oh, those are lights. Windshield wipers over here. All right. That's that. All right, let's get under the hood here. It's got a hood prop, so I'm just gonna one-hand it here. But there it is. Not much to report here, other than it's a very straight, very clean Tacoma. That's about it. Very boring. Boring is good. Exciting is not good. I don't like exciting. I like boring. And Tacomas are always boring because they're awesome cars, which is great. Let's see, you got a USB port here. Things smells new still. Let's see what else we got going on here. Boom, boom. This truck is nice, really nice truck. I would not mind being the personal owner of this thing. Window up and down. All right, let's see. I already did this. I think I did the mirrors already, right? Damn it, I forget. Anyway, out, in, up, and down. I know I did the seat. Out, in, up, and down. I'm pretty sure I did the mirrors, but there they are again. Obviously, we have maps, right? Navigation, right? Get a seatbelt on here. All right, seatbelt is on. What else we got going on here? We have... It does have CarPlay. I had my radio or my phone plugged in a little while ago. Let's see. There's your rear window, which is wildly fast, which is really cool. Boom. Let's see. We have cruise control. So we got the radar ready thing there. That's off. That's on. Okay. Let's see. Volume for the radio. Using the controls. Changing the channel, or the mode, I guess, is what this would be. Anyway, so that all works fine. What else we got? Menu. So you got map, blah, 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 menu. You got apps, projections, that's Bluetooth, blah, 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 info. Anyway, that's it. All right, let's see. Air conditioning I can attest to. There's your temperature up and down. You turn it off a sync and do it individually. There's temperature up and down on the passenger side, up and down here, or you hit sync and now you're on the same temperature on both sides, right? Let's see. We have ECT power. See the thing there? Boom. Parking sensors off and on. What else? Looking for all the bells and whistles here. Obviously you have lane avoidance right here, so you turn that off. It says VSC turned off, pre-collision brake system unavailable because I turned that off. Now you turn it back on and the call goes away. All right. Let's see. I think that's about it. You have Bluetooth phone. Anyway, let's drive up here and see if I can get the gate to open for me. And it did. Put it in reverse. You can see the backup sensors and the. Let's see if I can put it right between the yellow post here. There you go. So there's the sensors going off there. All right, let's get out of here. Let me get my rear view mirror set up here. All right. First of all, it's on a salvage title. You can't come to Tucson and drive it home on a salvage title. We have to take it to the cops and get an inspection done, a level 3 inspection. Not the inspection they did for the VIN tag. That was for the insurance company. all right, to make sure the VIN was correct and everything was right. Now we have to do a level 3 inspection, which involves me bringing the title and the vehicle and about 4 hours of my life down to the badge-wearing, gun-wearing cops, real cops in Arizona, and they give it what's called a level 3 inspection. They already know this vehicle because they did the VIN tag on it, so it'll, you know, pass through it, you know, easily. It's not about the car itself. Usually they're inspecting wrecked cars. They know this was there just because it was stolen. So that'll save me being there literally all day, and it'll only be 3 or 4 hours. Anyway, so that's $200. So if you're gonna drive it home, that's mandatory. To restore the title, to restored salvage, that'll be mandatory. If you are from out of state and you don't want us to restore it, you'll do it in your state, then don't click the box to restore the title, but you'll have to have it shipped because you can't drive it out. We can't give you a plate to drive home on, all right? But if you're an Arizona resident, that is going to happen. You are going to pay $200. We are going to restore the title, okay? Blah, 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 blah. If you pay by wire and you do ship out of state, once we have full payment, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address. We'll sign it off to you, scan it in your online file, and mail it to you. We even scan in the envelope we mail it in, okay? Very simple. Everything's transparent. Everything we know, you know. Everything's scanned in. You can look at everything. That's how we roll. You're saving a pound of money simply because the insurance companies and their lawyers don't want any liability after they've recovered this vehicle, okay? It always is the lawyers, and basically what they say to themselves is it worth giving this thing a clear title when we don't know the car? You know, we don't know if it's a good car or bad car. They don't care. They don't even go outside and look at it half the time. You know, they just know that the cops have it in their impound yard, and, you know, who wants to go see it? I don't, because it's not their money. So, you end up with a vehicle that no one wants to go look at with their eyes, because it's not their money, and it's easier just to throw the paperwork under the bus. And why do they do that? Because if they said it was a clear title, then that would imply some warranty. Actually, for sure, it would imply warranty. So, that would mean if something happened to you in this vehicle, and you had a good lawyer, that you might go after Geico and say, Geico's got a lot more money than Crosscut, so let's go get them. You said it was a safe vehicle, and my customer's, you know, my client's dead. And, you know, their client, if it was this truck, their client definitely killed themselves. The car didn't kill them. This car is awesome, all right? But they would still try. So that's why the insurance companies do that. A, they're lazy. They won't go out and look at the car. And B, they just don't want any liability. That's why they do it. And you'll see that more on expensive cars than cheap cars. Because on the cheap cars, they're screwed, and the only way they can get out of them is to buy line and give them a clear title, all right? And on the expensive cars, they're still worth a fortune, so they just keep them on salvage titles, and, you know, and they also know that the people who buy this truck will sue the shit out of them because they have money. You know, obviously this is still an expensive truck. It's a lot less than on a clear title, but they'll still get sued. It's all lawyers, it's all crazy. Anyway, deposit's $500. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, it will stay for sale. So get your deposit in. Last part of every video, I say the same thing every time. It's kind of weird on this one because, I mean, there's literally nothing wrong. And unless you put it in a lake or rear end a semi, and like never change the fluids and filters, you are going to have a truck for a long time. But on vehicles that are on a salvage title, whether they're due to theft or collision, we don't do collision, but only theft. But we have to tell you that we're not writing checks for anything in the future. We don't have, you know, people to pay like the new car dealerships have. If they sold this car to you, they have to make X amount of dollars to cover all the bills. We don't have those bills, and this is on a salvage title due to theft. So basically what that means is we move the savings onto you, and if something breaks, you're fixing it. This is a 2022 Tacoma with 18,000 miles on it. I mean, nothing's wrong, and nothing should be wrong for a long time. Hit the Jiffy Lube once in a while, and don't crash it. Notoriously powerful vehicles on the market. It's the hardest vehicle in the entire car business to buy for a dealer is a Tacoma. We probably get 1 or 2 a year. Maybe not even that. This might be the first we've had in a couple of years. They're just so hard to find, you know. And probably this was the only one we've got just because of the title. I mean, if we were buying this vehicle at the auction, as I showed you, we'd be paying 35, 36, something like that, at least. And then we'd have to put it online for 39, 40. So there's a lot of value in buying this vehicle, especially if you're going to take care of it. So anyway, that's my speech on this. These videos can be 17 minutes and 38 seconds long. I'm on the GoPro, and that's what the SD card allows. So I'm still I might be about exactly 2 minutes from our yard. But if I don't make it there in time, nothing bad happened to me. I survived. It just ran out of time. 17:38. I see we're at 16 minutes. Maybe. Anyway, it's a beautiful truck. I mean, wow. I would put my mother in this truck if she wanted to drive a truck. I put my 21-year-old daughter in this truck in a heartbeat. There is nothing to worry about here. So, Flowing Wells Junior High School. Oliver Hurst is being given some props on their sign there. I don't know who Oliver is, but it's a good day for Oliver. This thing doesn't have any rattles, nothing. It's just a tight truck. Anyway, I'm clearly not going to make it back to the shop now. We have a little four-way stop here, and that'll end my dream of making it to the shop in this video. Very rarely do I make that whole loop down I-10 and all the way around in 1738. But I had hopes, but I got involved in this, so anyway. I'll give it some gas here. All right, we're out of time. Thank you.